So let me paint y'all a picture really quick here. I know we talk a lot about thefts, right? We know Mopars get stolen like crazy, left and right? It's totally bad for how bad these cars get stolen. But what if you sold your Mopar, got rid of it because the thefts were so bad, and you bought you a Chevrolet Camaro, thinking you're going to be safe from all the thefts? It's 3 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning, you're asleep or whatever, and you get this notification right here. This is just a small snippet of how bad Camaro thefts are. Now, yes, this is going to be probably one of the worst case scenarios and things like that, but still, you can't sleep on these cars either. These cars are just as dangerous. So go ahead and hop into the video. Today's video is brought to you by Carlock, the world's best GPS tracking and alert system. With Carlock, you'll be able to get various alerts to monitor your car, such as vehicle movement, vehicle vibrations, engine starting. The unfortunate event that your Carlock gets disconnected, you will get an alert for that too. You can purchase your own Carlock by clicking on the link down below. That will give you a 10% discount on your Carlock purchase, as well as use my code to get a 14-day free trial with Carlock as well. Get you a Carlock, you deserve that peace of mind. Let's get into the video. YouTube family, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. If you are new here, we talk cars, do a lot of car stuff on this channel, and you're in the right place for all of that, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And for those of you that have already subscribed to the channel, big salute for you guys for locking in and being a part of the channel. But we will not hold you too long. Let's go ahead and hop into today's video. You see the title and you see the thumbnail. So on this channel, we talk a lot about thefts and theft prevention, things like that. And the main reason I talk about that because a lot of people don't know how bad certain thefts are and ways to prevent it, right? And now we've highlighted so many times how bad Mopar thefts are, and we know that, right? We know they're terrible when it comes to thefts, and still one of the highest stolen vehicles in the United States to this day. However, a lot of people that I know, and probably you know as well, sold their Mopar or staying away from Mopar or any Dodge vehicle, anything like that, solely because of that fact, right? So they are looking at other manufacturers, other cars to fulfill their V8 need or whatnot, right? Just to get away from the fact that these Mopars are being stolen. They don't want that headache. But unfortunately, like I mentioned in a previous video, Camaro thefts are getting bad and getting out of control here. I mentioned that Camaro thefts on the previous video were up like over 1,000% in Los Angeles, I think in the California area, and I did say that we can expect that to kind of rise in other locations as well. Like we all know, when thefts start happening in one area, it's just a matter of time before they start happening in other areas as well. This video I'm going to show you, I put a small clip at the top of the video here, but this clip that I'm gonna show you, 1 minute and 30 seconds, these guys come and steal this Camaro and it's gone just like that. And this is probably one of the most extreme scenarios here, because these guys are pretty much daring the owner to come out and stop them, because they have something for the owner as well. So I'm gonna show you this clip. So there it is, right? This Camaro sitting in the carport. Now, I will say this, with these Camaros being stolen as much as they are, sitting in the carport probably isn't the best course of action on protecting your car. You definitely need a closed-in garage, but we'll get to that later. Less than a minute to get this car going. They block the camera. They're armed and everything like that. They get the car to go. There's no alarm on this car. Nothing went off. Granted, the house does have a Ring security camera. I have those around my house as well. It will pick up any movement, and they're right there by the camera. So it definitely caught the movement. That car is loud, and it definitely probably woke some people up when it crunk up, but definitely the owner. They are pretty much taunting the owner to come out and try to stop them, showing them the guns like, we got guns, so what you trying to do, right? And that car is gone. No factory alarm went off. Nothing went off in this car. There's no kill switch in this car. There's nothing on this car at all. Had no issue just getting in the car and driving off just like that. So the question is this, right? How do you prevent this from happening to you? How do you prevent someone from coming into wherever you're staying at and just taking your car on this match? I did mention this earlier in the video, is put your car in a garage. This car definitely needs to be in a garage here for sure. The carport, I mean, it definitely protects the car from the weather and things like that. But unfortunately with a carport, anybody can just walk in and out anytime if they felt like it, right? And this owner, whoever had this car, they did have some security at the house because they had the Ring doorbell right there, right pointed directly at the car. But you can tell these thieves did not care whatsoever about that. And there are notifications that you get when movement happens and the owner maybe missed them or what have you, right? If you got multiple guys at your car waving guns, kind of daring you to come out and threatening to, you know, fire at you over this car, I mean, is it worth it at that point, right? Is it worth trying to come out there and stop it? I know typically, you know, we put these alarms and stuff on our car to get a heads up on what's going on and when someone starts messing with the car. But in this situation, the people, they're armed. They're both armed. More than likely the other person's armed as well. There's 3 people there at the car. There's another getaway car that we saw in the background. Now, the way they stole this car is pretty much the same way they're stealing like all the Mopar cars, the Chargers Challenges, all that type of stuff. They're pretty much just replicating the key fob and getting it started up for the most part there. And then going in, I think reprogramming the key and what have you to get the car going. So that's pretty much what they're doing in this case. Now, in this situation, of course, a kill switch would have definitely helped out here, would have slowed them down because they got this car going pretty much in under a minute here from the time they pulled up to the time they left action. Maybe generous about 1 minute and 30 seconds, but less than that. So a kill switch would have slowed them down a good bit. With them being as armed as they are, they may have been willing to take some time to try to steal this particular car because they're armed. So if you try to come out there, they're armed, right? A lot of times what these want to do, they want to steal a car quickly and as possible, right? They don't want to waste any time to go in, get it, and get up out of there. But they got guns, so they maybe can buy their time with the guns unless you call the authorities or what have you. Now, let's take the kill switch out of the equation here. What else can be done in this car? Now, notice that no alarm went off on this car. Or none of that. Usually when you get into the car, the alarm will go off if you have it locked. That didn't happen in this case. Not sure if they disabled it or there's some other alarm in there, right? We don't know exactly what alarm this person had on the car. We know it wasn't anything audible from the outside or anything like that. As you saw in the video, we heard no sounds from the car at all. That could be something directly, maybe went to the owner's phone or whatnot. Something, like I said, what carlock would do, you would have those notifications come to your phone with the vibration of them messing with the car, opening the doors, all of that. You would have got all of those things happening with the car lock directly to your phone. Now, in this situation, it's a little bit different here. This is a much different situation than anything we've seen before because they've got the cars, they're armed, and they got the car, like I said, very quickly. So what's the best course of action? Now, if they get past all of that, you're not going to go out there and intervene more than likely. Like if they somehow get the car started, you're not going to run out there because it's you versus potentially 4 people that are armed. So you don't want to do that. The next best course of action at this point is definitely the GPS location system, which carlock does have that, right? Carlock is pretty easy to install. Plugs into your OBD port under your dashboard, right? I know what everybody's thinking, right? If it plugs into your dashboard and it's that easy to install, it's just as easy to uninstall. You go there and just unplug it, right? Yes, that could be the case, right? But that could be easily prevented by getting a hardwire kit that will allow you to not have to plug it into that port at all, and you can plug it elsewhere in your car and keep that GPS tracking going with your particular car so they can't throw it out or anything like that. Now, granted, they do have guns and things like that, but they're not going to take a whole time to search the whole car for a GPS tracking unit, which in this case, like I said, would probably be the best thing to go. Just let them, if they get past everything else, just let them go and track it that manner, let the authorities handle it. Now, if you do want to take on 4 people with guns and you think you like your chances, I'm not going to tell you what to do on that. That's between you and your choice. But that, you know, I'm just saying, I'm not, you know, I can't make that decision for you. And of course, like, you'll still get all the notification stuff beforehand, like as they're going through the car, like the doors opening with the new vibration sensor, stuff like that. And if they get past everything, like I said, they start the car up, you'll get the notification with it starting up, and you probably will hear the car starting up too in this situation with what happened in the video. So you'll get all those notifications, right? You will be able to track your car wherever they go. So you let them go, let the authorities handle it, say, hey, my car's X location is going this direction, all that. And so this video really does show, like, and like I said, this is a really extreme case here. This video does show like how extreme thefts are right now for Camaros. Like this, like I said, this is kind of the most extreme way this can happen, with people pulling up to your house with guns. But it does show there is an extreme want for these cars out there for thieves. Thieves want to go after these cars. Now, a lot of people go get Mopars, traded them in, sold them, whatever, went to a Camaro or some kind of GM product, because I'm starting to see Corvettes get stolen a lot too. So anything that is made by GM is susceptible to the same kind of theft. They go there, go to those cars, let their guard down, think they're all good and things like that. But in reality, they went to a car that's just as dangerous as owning a Mopar. Like the thefts that you're seeing, you guys would not be surprised to see it if someone was doing this to like a Hellcat or a Scatpack or something like that. But now it's Camaro SS, Z01s or things like that. People are now like, oh, okay, it's getting really serious. So that's why it is extremely important, if you do leave Mopar and go grab you a Camaro, to make sure you protect yourself at all costs with these particular cars, right? That's why I do have the 10% code for you guys for car lock, and at least get your tracking and your alerts and stuff on there. Like I said, you get the engine start alert, the vibration alert, when the car moves outside of the area you have it set, you get that alert too. Car move alert, all of those alerts for that. And if they disconnect it because you didn't get the hardwire kit, you'll get alert when it gets disconnected too. So make sure you get the hardwire kit so you don't get that alert, right? Put all the links and stuff down below, and also the service 14-day free trial link right here. Well, not link, but discount code right here. So make sure you get that as well. I'm trying to make sure y'all are good. But like I said, you got to protect yourself with these Camaros as well, just as much as with the Mopars. You can't let your guard down just because you think you have a Chevy that you're in the clear and you don't have to worry about thefts. Thefts are just as bad with those cars as they are Mopars, and they are on the rise. I think Mopars, I don't think Mopar thefts can get any worse. I'm hoping they don't, but they're already bad enough. But Camaro is creeping up on Mopars and Chargers, Challengers, all that type of stuff, right? So I want to hear you guys' thoughts here. Like, okay, if you get woken up like this to a notification and you have 4 people out there at your car, 3-4 people there at your car with guns, what are you doing? Are you going to protect your ride? Are you gonna go out there try to stop them? Or are you just gonna lay back, just say, y'all got it, I'm calling the insurance company, right? Like I said, I'm not gonna advocate for anything one way or another. All I'm saying, the safer route is just to call the authorities, let them handle it. You got the tracking and stuff on your car, that I hope, and you can go that route, right? Because no car is worth your life at all whatsoever, and these guys was like, they was willing to use all the firepower that they had to just get a Camaro. So it is what it is at that point. If you made it this far in the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of car stuff on this channel. We talk a lot of cars, and we talk car safety as well, because these thefts are out of control for these particular cars. So make sure you protect yourself with the code I got you, link in the description below, and this code as well right down here to get the 14-day free trial. And also make sure you get the accessories as well to take your car lock experience to the next level. So make sure you do all of that. You got the car tag as well that automates your locking and unlocking of the car lock. You got the vibration sensors, the best. I got a video on that. Vibration sensors are kind of like one of the best products on there to add on to your car lock already, as well as the hardwire cable so you can relocate it. That is very key as well. I went over that into another video. But if you made it this far, make sure you subscribe. We will catch you on the next video. We are out. Got it.